What if I told you the most embarrassing group text in America just got screenshotted and sent to the entire internet? Buckle up, A-listers, because we're breaking down the South Beach implosion, where the manosphere tried to have a villain origin story party and ended up looking like the cringiest frat on campus. This isn't a dark conspiracy. It's a public relations car crash so spectacular it's almost impressive. We're talking about a crew of influencers who showed up to a Miami club like they were the Avengers of Awkward, only to have the city mayor personally cancel their vibe. Quick favor, if you live for this level of public self-own, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers haven't yet. It's free, takes a second, and fuels our mission to bring you the juiciest, most clever celebrity breakdowns. If you did, welcome to the party where we actually know how to behave. Now let's autopsy this fail fest. Let's set this glorious scene. Miami Beach, the land of Art Deco, mojitos, and a very low tolerance for nonsense. The venue, Vendome nightclub. The guest list? Oh, just the internet's most notorious tryhards. Andrew and Tristan Tate, the brothers who treat misogyny like a multi-level marketing scheme. Nick Fuentes, the guy who makes your racist uncle seem chill. Sneako and the gang are rounding out a crew that looks less like a power squad and more like the guys who got kicked out of a crypto conference for being too much. Their grand plan, to roll in like kings, blasting Kanye West's most banned track, Heil Hitler, from their party bus to the VIP table. This wasn't a covert op, it was a cringe parade. They documented the whole thing thinking they were being rebels. What they were actually being was the human equivalent of a fire alarm in a library. Obnoxious, impossible to ignore, and guaranteed to get thrown out. The reaction from Miami Beach officials wasn't just anger. It was the bureaucratic equivalent of a massive eye roll. Mayor Stephen Miner, who is Jewish, didn't just condemn them, he publicly shamed their entire operation. He revealed the most hilarious part. Other clubs in Miami actively have these guys on a ban list. They see them coming and lock the door. So the fact that Vendome let them in isn't just a moral failing, it's a nightlife fail of epic proportions. It's like being the only club that would let the kid who ate glue host prom. The club's panicked apology afterward was the cherry on top of this disaster Sunday. They basically said, "We are aware a video exists that makes us look like we have the moral compass of a sea slug." This crew didn't just get caught, they got the venue they partied at put in time out. That's not power, that's being a liability. Now let's talk about the fallout, which has been a masterclass in how not to do damage control. After the story blew up, the crew didn't apologize. Of course not. They did what any group of grown men who just caused a citywide scandal would do. They posted a 15-second video. Sneako and Fuentes, looking like they just lost a bet, mumbled something about being just a couple boys going hard. Sir, you are a white nationalist influencer at a club that just disowned you. You're not going hard. You are experiencing the consequences of your own actions in real time. Meanwhile, the Tate brothers, through their lawyer, tried the classic blame the DJ defense. "Be angry at the people who played the song," they cried, despite being filmed joyfully singing along. It's the PR strategy of a toddler caught with a hand in the cookie jar. "The jar was just there, Mom. It tempted me." This isn't a strategic retreat. It's a full-blown pants-on-fire scramble that proves their whole alpha male brand crumbles faster than a stale cookie the second real authority shows up. And we absolutely cannot ignore the spectral DJ of this whole debacle, Kanye West. Yee, the man whose career arc has gone from groundbreaking artist to whatever this is. His song provided the toxic soundtrack for this whole evening. Think about the level of self-own here. The Tate crew used Kanye's music not to celebrate his artistry, but to signal their allegiance to his most radioactive, career-ending sentiments. For Kanye, this is a catastrophe. Every time this happens, it permanently rebrands his music from iconic to the thing neo-fascists blast before they get kicked out of clubs. It's the final nail in the coffin of his mainstream relevance. He's gone from headlining festivals to being the preferred artist for parties that get shut down by the mayor's office. That's not a comeback strategy. That's a one-way ticket to cultural irrelevance. He's not a leader of a movement. He's a cautionary tale they play music from. But here's the real delicious irony of this whole saga. This incident might actually be the thing that finally exposes the fundamental goofiness at the heart of this whole alpha influencer sphere. For years, guys like the Tates have sold a fantasy of power, control, and secret knowledge. But what does their power look like in reality? It looks like getting publicly named and shamed by a city mayor. It looks like your club you partied at issuing a statement saying you're a pest. It looks like your big, scary rebellion being reduced to a 15-second clip of you mumbling excuses. This isn't the behavior of feared rebels. It's the behavior of kids who got their toy taken away and are having a meltdown in the grocery store aisle. They promised their followers access and respect, but their big Miami takeover resulted in the exact opposite: universal ridicule and a permanent do not admit stamp on their foreheads from an entire city's nightlife scene. So, what's the final score on this South Beach showdown? Miami Beach, 1. Alpha Influencer Squad, a big, fat, embarrassing 0. This wasn't a victory for hate. It was a spectacular demonstration of its social limitations. It proved that real-world consequences still exist even for the internet's biggest edgelords. They wanted a headline, and they got one, just not the one they imagined. They're not feared, they're a punchline. And in the economy of fame, being a joke is a far worse fate than being a villain. Thanks for watching.